Well, school is officially back in session in colleges and public high schools and elementary schools all throughout the country. A lot are in social distancing mode. In other words, classes are being held on Zoom or some other video conference platforms, but we're seeing a lot of campuses that are actually open to students, at least on some level, and that's causing a whole new level of outbreaks. Here in San Diego, for instance, San Diego State in 3 weeks' time has more than 620 cases at last count. Now, the big crisis PR issue here is who's to blame, and there's a lot to go around. Students who violated policies related to social distancing, proper hand hygiene, and the like are certainly ones that caused the outbreaks, but it's going to be tough for the universities and other campuses to claim essentially not at fault. And more to the point, how are they going to justify, as these students are now on lockdown and in some cases are expelled for their actions, being able to keep the tuition and, as if not more sticky, the fees that they charge each student for things like the student unions and other campus activities? Those aren't being used right now. And so I think the universities and public school districts are going to have a real challenge on their crisis PR tactics, not only talking about all the enforcement that they're doing, but how they're going to help students mitigate as much about costs and, of course, their care and well-being. First and foremost, safety should be paramount in all messaging, and I haven't really seen that from any university or public school settings. It's all been about the enforcement of rules and how they're going to abide by it, but what gets lost on that is the safety measures. So perhaps maybe the first place that I would recommend that universities like San Diego State and public school systems start is a re-emphasis on how they are intending to keep students safe. Because when all they do is focus on enforcement and the punitive damage and the lack of refundable fees and tuitions that a lot of these students have incurred, I don't care whether you're in the right or not, it's going to be a tough sell to the general public.